Hello and greetings to RFA lovers out there. RFA team is here to guide you today on how to take the first step for member Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Am I audible to all of you out there? Can you all hear me loud and clear? Hello, friends. Is my voice clear to all of you? Hi. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, that's perfect, Raki. Thank you. Warm welcome from the entire team. Hi, Advita. Hello, Almas. Hi, Alvina. Hello, Deepa. Hi, Suman, my dear. Good to see your name here. Hello, Shweta. Hi, Suman. Thank you very much. Hello, Hassan. How, Alicia? Hi, Karthika. Thank you very much, Lisa, for joining in. Thank you, Manikam. Good to see you here as well. Thank you so much. All right, so warm welcome from the entire team today. With me are your favorite Dr. Gokul, Dr. Junaitha, and Dr. Kalai. Hello, team. How are you doing? Hi, Kalai. How are you? Hello, hello. Yes, check it out. Hi, Kalai. How are you? Hi, June.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Friends. Good evening from my side.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Students would love to hear from your side. Hi, Kalei. How are you? I think Kalei is not able to unmute. Kalei? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, he is not able to unmute, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
no problem. Kalei, log out and log in again.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, sorry, ma'am. Yeah,
no
hi,
worries
ma'am.
at all. Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm doing great. What about you, ma'am?
Thank you very much. Everything is fine. And students are desperate to listen to the guidance from your side, Kalei. So in a bit, we are going to take you on board. Hello, Gokul. Hi, Gokul.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hello, our anatomy expert. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, ma'am.
That's lovely. The entire RFA tutors team is here, friends, and we are very excited to give you all the guidance today, what you are aiming for. What is the reason that we are having a discussion today? The agenda for meeting today is going to be why actually you should aim for MRCOG Part 1. What are the prerequisites before the preparation? How to prepare for MRCOG Part 1 and why do students they fail? What is the reason behind that which we have to avoid? And how to make it in one go? With all these points, we are going to have a discussion and guidance to make you sail through that in the very first attempt. Before we go forward, I have to give you an example to make you be motivated today, to feel enthusiastic that it's doable. We've got few students from the older batch. Shankri is here. You would not expect the result in just a few months' time, which she had been studying. Hi, Shankari, how are you doing? So if I would like you all to guess, but her name is there in the display picture of our open Telegram, you people would have to guess the score. What score did she get? She was topper of our last batch and 90%. Can you people imagine? Hi, Shankari. It brings again an immense pleasure to coach you from the entire team of RFA tutors. We are always happy, but I wanted you to tell students, how does it feel? How did you make it? What was the difference in your preparation so that from day one, they're targeted and they're focused? How are you doing, my girl?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Thank
I'm
you
very
very
honored to be here. I'm very happy. Hello, Kalai, ma'am. Hello, Gokula, ma'am. Hello,
Hi,
Junaitha, ma'am.
Shankari.
Hi, dear.
So
We are also very proud of you.
Seriously, Kalei, you know, thinking about this percentage, I always give this example, and she had been on the display picture for like more than 6 months now, and students, they really aspire. Shankari, what was the difference? How did you make, like, students, they do pass, and that definitely is a proud feeling. But when we got your score, believe me, we still remember, we still cherish those days, and you are with us in part 2. Yes, Shankari.
I cannot see Joe. Why?
It is like I was actually doing my self-preparation for some time and I was actually getting lost. But the course was very well planned and structured and the live sessions were
No,
so
video.
good.
It's their video, not my video.
Actually, it was covering most of the
Just
exam
sound.
questions. Gokulamia ma'am's anatomy sessions were very comprehensive, and she used to include all the possible SBS and details, mainly in the form of tables. They were very easy to do last minute revision and retain facts actually, ma'am. They were so, I mean, because the anatomy was so volatile and we were not able to retain facts. But the session really made a great difference. And she used to answer all our doubts whenever we asked. And they were really helpful. And the other live sessions were like statistics was made very simplified by Junaita ma'am also.
Yeah, she's
And
our
I'm very happy to say here that Kalai ma'am is from my hometown, and I made sure that I'll reveal this only after clearing part 1 with good results. And I'm here. Actually, it was very inspired by the way she used to moderate our study group. She was very structured and was really wondering how she could manage all those things even at late night. And she used to quote references then and there, and she used to make our job so easy. And literally, she was available for us 24/7. And I used to make her, ask her very silly doubts and questions, and she was there for me whenever I was asking any questions. And above all, your sessions, no, ma'am, they were very extremely informative. And I'm again for part 2 with you. And no matter what level I'm at and others are at, and you make sure that we get into track, and you used to answer all our queries whenever we ask, even repeatedly, any number of times. And the energy level which you have got and your team has got is so contagious. And whenever we feel low, the thing is, daily the session used to start with the 10-15 minutes motivation, and most of the times your advice would be like you would have read our minds exactly what else we have gone through the previous week, exactly you used to tell. And okay, we'll get back into track again, and we used to actually read these those week session. And the live sessions were so precise, ma'am. That is what I have to say, because instead of giving a whole lecture and getting back again and going through the books and again referring, coming back, it will be so tedious. But to the point, it used to cover the SBS, and to the point wherever we are lagging, you used to correctly pinpoint and tell those points again. And repeated it through discussions, daily discussions we'll be having in our group, a study group, and we used to have homeworks and used to correct them. And the discussions, book discussions are so helpful. And we used to solve more of SBS. We keep repeatedly solving SBS, and we used to discuss. And the group was so.
That is actually, Shankari, the changing point, friends and family. I would like to tell all of you, see, scoring 90% means that you can understand that how far the practice had been. And Shankari is an example in front of you guys, scoring 90% in MRCOG part 1, just by repeated practice, by doing multiple single best answers, just getting a focused preparation under the supervision of RFA. I would like to tell all of you that it's doable. The only thing is taking a focused start and telling yourself that I can do it, and you make an aim and then you achieve that target. Thank you very much, Shankari. I need same high percentage in MRCOT part 2. I know that things are difficult and we need more hard work, but definitely yes, this is what you have set for yourself. So threshold is too high. My expectations and RFA's expectations are too high for you. Good luck, and thank you so much for giving us your precious time. RFA loves you, and we would cherish every moment which we have coached you, and stay blessed for the future endeavors as well. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. We've got another girl, Smriti, here, and she would tell you that how the preparation is easy and how you people can be focused. Hello, Smriti. How are you doing, my girl?
Hello, ma'am. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, my dear. Good to see you here. People, you should all know that she's our MRCT Part 2 student. But knowing about MRCT Part 1, what is going to be your guidance, Smriti, for the upcoming aspirants? How they're going to take a start in a focused way, especially MRCT 1 January 23 students. They are feeling that from where they should take the first step. What do you say to them?
Ma'am, I would say if we have joined RFA, that is the first step they've already taken towards success. And I'm being very positive. And I feel attending all the classes, even if we are in the hospital, we can listen to the recorded sessions that is there on the website, the
Yeah.
live sessions, the doubt session, and following the schedule which we have been given was very, very helpful for me the entire time, especially revising the recalls again and again, again and again. We did it multiple times. And the important questions were told, we were emphasized to pay attention on the important topics and the important questions. And then few subjects like pharmacology, statistics, biochemistry, anatomy, these subjects are something we have always dreaded, ma'am. And honestly speaking, even I was very scared before the first part exam. But after attending the daily discussions and the live sessions, I was very confident with these topics. So what I would like to say is just be consistent.
Yeah.
Don't be scared because our mentors are very, very good. Now, you, Anju ma'am, Gokul ma'am, Safa ma'am, they're always there. I remember the last few days, I kept on tagging each and everyone with every small doubt, even in the middle of the night. And I always got the answers.
That's
So there's
what we are here for, Smriti. That's so nice to see you here. And thank you very much for giving your precious time. People would definitely keep on asking questions, and you're an example again of hard work in the right direction. Thank you, Smriti. Thank you very much for joining in. God bless, my dear. Thank you. All right, friends, why did I bring them here? To tell you guys that today you people are taking the first step. So don't be nervous. I can understand that taking first step is always the difficult task, but if you're going to start in a go, if you're people going to make your targets, you people would definitely make it a success, provided you be consistent and we are confident and composed in this journey. Ups and downs would definitely be there, but what we need to have is being composed deep down inside. It's okay. We are going to cover. We will cover for our difficult days. We would cover for our hospital routines. We would make it possible for ourselves. Why? Because this is our MRCOG and we are taking this first step. Why to take MRCOG? Many students, they ask this in different parts of the world they're working. Definitely, yes, it's a prestigious degree. Definitely, it improves your competency level. It makes you have a good leadership skills, of course, in medical education. And it's a recognized qualification. It opens the doorway to work in different parts of the world. After you get registered, you complete your MRCOG, definitely credibility is better. Now, there's certain prerequisites which students had been asking. There are many students who are thinking of taking MRCOG Part 1, and repeatedly there's a delay, at times because of home commitments, at times because of hospital routines, at times because they're completing their local fellowship. So it is a delay at their parts of the message. Ma'am, how much time is sufficient, or what are the prerequisites which we need to take? We want to explain these prerequisites because they're important. You don't miss them. Otherwise, again, eligibility for the exam would be a problem, which few of the students they faced because they missed those points which they had to do prior to appearing in Part 1 preparation and starting for the exam preparation. Junaid, are you there? Hello, June.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
okay, so
I'm
people
here.
would like to know what are the prerequisites, my dear. If you could guide them about before Part 1 preparation, what prerequisites they have to fulfill.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. So as a RFA tutors team, we would like to help you in all the possible ways. Actually, we have got frequent queries on MRCOG preparation. Many students join the course. At the end of the booking, when it comes, they are telling that we don't have college number. We didn't get mail from the college. That time when we inquired, that time only we found they have not identified their college number first. Then they have not sent the eligibility criteria. So that's why I told ma'am that this is very important for the introductory session. So we will give some idea to the students about this. So first of all, we have to make an account in the RCOG website. You can log in, and there is an sign up. There you have to create your details. You have to give your details and create an account. They will give you one college number. That is the number for communication throughout. You should not forget that number. You have to store it. Then second point is you have to send the eligibility approval form. Here there is no need for your post-graduation qualification. Only the primary degree MBBS is enough.
Yeah.
So there is an can I get that next slide?
Yes.
Yeah. So here you have to compose a new mail with the subject part 1 eligibility assessment application, and you have to attach the completed form, and then attach the photocopy of your primary medical degree, that is your MBBS degree.
And that is the only requirement, right? Students, they keep on asking what else. So Junaita, this is the only thing they have to do, right?
Yeah, this is the only thing, ma'am. There is no need for the post-graduation degree certificate.
Yes, yes.
So you have to send it. College will take at least minimum 4 to 6 weeks to respond to you. Once you get approval, then your job is done.
Yeah.
After that, whenever they announce the date, for example, for Jan 23, still dates or calendar is not yet opened. If calendar is open, they will tell you what is the deadline for this approval and deadline for the expression of interest. So before that, we have to fill up the form for expression of interest for the exam. So these 3 things are prerequisites. You have to do this.
Yeah. So this is the example of the form, right? Eligibility application form, which you can see on slide, and how to submit your application. What is the requirement with this? All this is written out there, but students, out of their difficult or busy schedule, they miss out that, and they simply forget it. So please don't forget it, because that's the first step. That's going to make you have the registration further for your exam. Right?
Yes,
and we have got the part 1 exam fees. You people can see according to your band, you are going to have the fee structure, and which again would be guided further once the expression of interest and the details are there. Thank you very much, Junaita. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So the basic part for which we are meeting today, because the course students are also here, that had to prepare for MRCOG Part 1. So friends and family, we have here modules, and the modules are going to be discussed separately in the course as well. Reason is that we have to be structured in our preparation. So anatomy and embryology, physiology, biochemistry, endocrinology, epidemiology and biostatics. We have got genetics. We have got pharmacology, microbiology, immunology, biophysics, pathology, clinical management, and data interpretation. You've got 2 papers, paper 1, and generally it consists of a combination of single-based answers from anatomy, biochemistry, embryology, endocrinology, stats, genetics, and physiology. How many questions are there? Specifically in the study group, we emphasize upon where you need to put stress more upon, where revision has to be more. As Shankari was telling you, that we exactly tell if you have to prioritize yourself, that what is more important, you should be knowing that how you have to prioritize yourself in terms of your routine, what you can't miss in your preparation, and what you can take lightly as well. Similarly, paper 2, biophysics, clinical management, data interpretation, immunology, microbiology, pathology, and pharmacology, it's there. Right? Now, you need to remember that here in MRCOG Part 1, people, they say that what type of questions they're coming. You need to understand the exam format. It is going to be computer-based test, which was started after this pandemic situation, and still it's going to be a Pearson Center on computer. You're going to take your exam. It's going to be in English language, and it has to be single-based answers, 100 single-based answers in 2 paper. Right? So part 1 MRCOG, it is basically essential to step forward and take your part 2 MRCOG. Similarly, part 2 MRCOG, you have to pass to take your part 3 MRCOG. And finally, you are eligible to take certain steps for your GMC registration to work in United Kingdom. Now, these single-based answers, they are 50%. 50% that is going to be in paper 1 and 50% in paper 2. That means what? 100 single-based answers you're going to have in each. We don't have any negative marking. So even if you're in doubt, if any of the question you're not sure about, even then we are going to mark it. Reason being that we don't have any negative marking, so we are going to practice exclusion. We would specifically coach you, as I always say, that preparation is one sit or the first step, and attempting paper is an art. So I always say that the last 1 month, you should know this art. We should practice that skill, that what is an art of attempting that paper. We should be knowing that how to practice exclusion. We should be knowing that when 10 to 20 questions are difficult in exam, how exactly we should perform in those 20 questions to be in the upper part of the strata, because it's a percentile result. It depends upon how others are scoring, right? So in single best answer paper 1, you would have 100 single best answers. And again, in paper 2, you will have 100 single best answers with around 2.5 hours each, with lunch break in between to get fresh for the second paper. This is going to be your pattern, right? Now, Pearson Center, you have to reach before exam, 2 months before exam. Once your booking would be there, we would definitely guide you what you need to take to the Pearson Center. What are the prerequisites of preparation going to the center? What are those things which you should not miss out in terms of your identification? So we are going to take a separate session on that. We will guide you. All the batches, we specifically tell that what exactly is going to be expected when you reach to the Pearson Center today, because we are planning an introduction to have an outline of preparation. When you do your booking, we would meet again for the details of the Pearson Center and the preparation regarding reaching up to the center, right? The most important thing which you people need to remember is today, because it's the first step, you should know about the paper pattern, so that you know that what do you need to prepare? What is basically MRCG Part 1 it contains? What should I know to appear in this exam? Right, Rakhi? Yes, Ram? Okay. So this is the first thing you people need to remember. Suman,
Yes,
the first thing is, my dear, that the modules should be super clear to you guys. And I'll be very, very strict in this thing in the study group as well, that you people practice questions and you practice for 1 week. As Junaitha, as moderator Safa, they're going to guide you, as Kalei and Google are going to guide you for the modules. Reason being that today, if you'll be practicing more questions, your tomorrow would be easy. Right? So I want a focused preparation from day 1, not getting easy. If you can't do the live discussion with the moderator, it's absolutely okay. Before sleeping, scan the questions. But once one module is done, I want that you people are clear for this, for the next module. You people are done with your anatomy before reaching to the embryology. There should not be anything as a backlog, anything as piled up for the previous modules, because you people have to follow the schedule. If you're going to follow schedule, you would not be stressed and you would not have anxiety before exam. Everything would be smooth. So today we have to be focused with our schedule. We've got an expert. You all love her. Gokul Priya does the anatomy and embryology in a way that students, they say that, ma'am, everything is registered. 90% of the session that's registered. Just only in the session we are clear about that. And I'm really proud of her. The way she does the session, the way she puts in the effort for the students is definitely commendable, and hats off to the students' result. And they always say that, ma'am, it's anatomy is something which is not changing, right? I always say anatomy remains the same, head to toe, anatomy remains the same. But the way she creates anatomy interesting is what the feedback which I get from the students, it's really hats off to her for all those efforts. Hello, Google. People would like to know that how anatomy can be made easy and what are those points where they need to be focused in anatomy preparation and for the subject of yours, please. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you for those kind words, ma'am. You were always an inspiration for me. I should be saying that first.
My pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. When it comes to anatomy, I do understand that it is, voluminous and it's really volatile. But trust me, my friends, it's definitely doable because we need to stick to the topics that are really high yielding. That's what I tell my students. Like the high yielding topics, we need to concentrate and we need to put the topics in such a way that they get written in a gray matter. So that's where the pictures and the tabular columns come into play. So when it comes to anatomy, there are questions in the form of like picture questions. You get some picture questions. We have questions on the nerve supply, blood supply, lymphatics. And we also have questions from the bony anatomy. Say, for example, if you take the maternal pelvis, they ask about the various diameters, the engaging diameters, the presentations. And for example, if you take the fetal skull, the sutures, the various parts of the fetal skull bone. And so all this make up anatomy, and of course about all the organs of the pelvis and the important ones. So to put it in a nutshell, I would like to say that anatomy, we need more of pictorial memory, because that's what gets retained in our memory, and that's what I try to do it in my session. And apart from that, we should try to put in tabular columns so that you keep on revising it and it gets stuck to your mind. And that is about anatomy. So when it comes to embryology, yes, we need to know the basics about the oogenesis, the spermatogenesis, and about the various ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm derivatives. And not just that, about the pharyngeal arches, the different arches and the various derivatives, and also the development of each system, like the circulatory system, digestive system. And regarding the development of embryo, we will be going week-wise. First week, what are all the developments? Second week, third week, fourth week. So it would be dealt in a systematic way, such that there is a flow in reading the embryology, because I accept that embryology is quite dry. And but make it to make it interesting, we need to look at such diagrams so that things are written in a better way.
Yes,
So
I would like
this
to
is all
add in,
about anatomy.
I
Yes,
would like to add in before we go to the next subject for Google, that students, they say that, ma'am, embryo is so difficult because even in the medical school, we didn't memorize that. But after attending the session, we are so clear and we have all the pictures stepwise in mind. So the retention is really good. So at the end of the day, if you're able to reproduce the subject in exam, that's what we are here for. Because teaching without retention, that's what I always aim, that if you're not retaining what you are learning, that means that we are wrong somewhere. We need to correct our way of learning. So that is our aim, and that's what Google does perfectly, that the retention is really good, because these subjects, anatomy and embryology, is all about seeing. It's all about pictures. It's all about having a good memory, and then having good assessment that, yes, you're able to do the questions. At the end of the day, if you solve the questions and you do the mocks perfectly, the job is done. Micro, Google, what do we say about micro?
Yes, ma'am. So micros, again, although it's a little interesting as well, but there are some areas of micro which are really dry. Like, for example, for us to know about each organism, whether they're gram-positive, gram-negative, they're rod, or whether they're bacilli, they're cocci, all this is a little bit confusing. So this, again, what I try to put is, to give in more pictures, so that if you see a streptococcus chain, like, okay, staphylococcus, a grape-like appearance. So I put the electron microscope picture so that it just gets stuck in the mind. So and apart from that, I try to in my slides, if you take an organism, all the important points, for example, the structure of it, the diseases it causes, the treatment that you have to give, the diagnostic methods, all the salient points will be in one slide. So during revision, it will be very easy for you to just go through each of the organism, just one page by page, so that you can reproduce it better way.
Okay,
And
I have a question
yes,
here, my dear. How important is percentages from micro? So how
definitely they are important. Yes, ma'am. At least 2 to 3 questions come from percentages, but they are usually the important percentages. Like suppose we take the example of a cytomegalovirus, like they ask how much is the seroprevalence, or they ask how many babies would be like symptomatic at birth. So they are the very important percentages, and which are usually the repeated questions. So when during the session, we highlight the important numbers that they need to remember, and I think that should do the job for the part 1 examination.
Correct.
And
Google, if you remember that we used to discuss that in MRCOG part 2 as well. And even when you have certain stats and figures to remember, I would suggest that from the very start, they make a small notebook or a writing pad where all the percentages are separately written, So the benefit of that would be that because they're volatile, like morning on the breakfast table, they can just have like 5 minutes revising the percentages. With the lunchtime, with dinner, you attach these numbers with your foods, Food is something you have to take that. you won't forget that, you know. So you just attach the percentages with your food, like, okay, with breakfast, I have to do these 2 pages. Next 2 pages I have to do with my lunchtime. This I have to do with my supper or the snack time. And then at the dinner time, your percentages would become part of your memory. That's the only way. The more we practice, the more we revise them, that's the only way that it becomes like part and parcel of our neurons. And that's what we want before exam. So that's one tip you should be doing about this. So immuno is a tiny part. Yes, Gokul?
Yes, ma'am. Immuno, like, yes, we need to know about the various immunoglobulins. Definitely there's going to be a question on that. We need to know about the type of hypersensitivity reactions, and that is going to be made easy in this session for you guys. And then we need to know about the innate system, the adaptive system, basic about the immunity. And if I have to put the serology, it can come either in micro or immunology. There is an important, definitely 1 or 2 questions from serology. For example, it could be from syphilis or a hepatitis C or a hepatitis B. And trust me, during this session, we will make the concept clear so that how much ever that was the question, you will be able to arrive at the answer. So that's the aim of the serology part of micro and immunology. So that's about micro and immuno, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gokul. People would love to hear from your side. We are starting up with your sessions, and already students are so excited, getting so many messages in the study group. So they would definitely enjoy every bit of it, and that's what we are here for. Thank you so much, Gokul. I'll take you again in the end, my dear. Thank you so much. All right, so we have got biochemistry, and if I remember my medical school days, oh my God, those formula, those biochemistry, all those things which we were talking about, the cycles. So that used to be so volatile. But we have got a mentor here who is loved for her biochemistry and pharmacology. Reason being, yesterday she was taking a session, and that was on my desktop because I was taking my MRCT part 2. And it was something like the students were saying, okay, O is here, ma'am. So that's the reason that number is this. So she makes such beautiful mnemonics that biochemistry and pharmacology is just placed in front of you in a platter to remember. So hello, Junaitha. What do you say about biochemistry? If you ask me, I used to run for biochemistry. And that's what students do as well, right? So how do you catch them with biochemistry, actually?
But our RFA students won't do that.
Yeah, they won't do that because they know that they will get all the mnemonics of the world with this. Pharma and biochemistry, if still you ask me, this would be the last thing I will choose to study again. So how do you make it interesting?
Actually, biochemistry is a tough one, but it's a dry subject. It is very difficult to remember, but we always create some mnemonics, as you said, so that they will remember it easily. And one other thing is that biochemistry carries very less percentage of questions in the exam.
Yeah, thankfully.
Around 10 to 15 questions, and most of the questions we give in the session, we give the concepts so that it will be very easy. Most of the cycles and vitamins actually it is not in the essential revision guide book. We gave this lecture from the Elizabeth book, ma'am, from the pediatrics.
Yeah.
So it will be easy for them because vitamins are often asked in the exam. At least 2 to 3 questions from the vitamins they will ask, ma'am.
Yeah.
And about cell functions, everything we will make it easy, ma'am, with the our classes.
So a 10 to 15 question biochemistry would be like having an exam, right? So after the session, anything else they need to learn, or the biochemistry would be sufficient from the session?
Absolutely, it is sufficient. It is more than sufficient.
Yeah, so you give more information, right? Okay, and
because
what
you all know that the session will go around 4 to 5 hours.
Yes. I end up my MRCOG-2 and I end up my MRCOG-3, and you people are still taking the sessions. I always see the timings, that's too long, but it's good, Junaitha, in one sense, because students in the end, like whatever doubts they have, they get clarified for these doubts. So for biochemistry, this session, I would just suggest, because only 10 to 15 questions are there, so don't open up different resources, just stick to the session and understand the points and cram up those points only, so that you people are not actually off track for that subject, which is a tiny component of the exam. What about pharmacology, June?
So for biochemistry, we can suggest Essential Revision Guide as reference book. We can read that. But for pharmacology, there is no book, ma'am. I won't suggest anyone because they are outdated. we know that guidelines are updated day and day. So in our session, in my session, I used to give all the references from the new guidelines, from the FSRS guidelines and the BASH guidelines. What are the drugs and what are the mechanism of action, side effects of these drugs, and what are the drugs used in particularly about gynecology and hormones. So that after the session, it will be very easy. Instead of going through the all the sources, session recordings alone, if they concentrate, it will be easy, very easy for them. Cakewalk for them.
And Junaida, last time I remember students were doing all the talk articles, tables as well, because you made them memorize, and all those breast feeding drugs, safe, unsafe drugs, and antihypertensive. So lots of discussion we had on that as well. So even from the talk articles, we are taking up the tables from the medicines because they are the recent one, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So the talk articles are the updated ones. So if we give reference from the talk articles, then it will be the updated one instead of going through the revision guidebook or this essential revision.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. So what about the next one?
Pathology actually it correlates with the clinical management as well. That question, we can't differentiate whether it is clinical management or pathology. Most of the time, they will ask question from the general pathology like inflammation, necrosis, apoptosis, like that. Sometimes they will ask about benign gynecological problems like endometriosis, PCOS, like that. Sometimes they will ask many a times about cancer. Neoplasia is the most common one. For this also, we used to give references from the FIGO guidelines and the talk articles about this ovarian cancers, so that students will learn easily, ma'am.
Correct. So what I mean to say is that you don't need to see different resource material. You just need to stick to what is being given, because MRCOG Part 1, you don't have to read the entire pathology of the medical school. You don't need to read the entire pharmacology of the medical school. So it's tiny part which is basically asked, and you should have a good grip on that. Reading more and not able to reproduce that in exam, it's better that you read that thing which is required and you retain that, and then you're able to solve the questions. By solving questions, you people would understand what is the requirement from this subject basically. Thank you, June. We'll get back to you with statistics. Thank you so much. All right, friends. So the next part in the preparation comes physiology. And that definitely is a bigger part. And Kalai is master in this. Proud to have mentors who are basically actually updating themselves according to different exam questions. Like even after July 2022, we had a discussion that how different these exam questions had been, how the standard and how the subject has made from this aspect. Now the questions are being asked. So Kalai, people would like to know, students would like to know from your side that these subjects, how they have to work upon these and how they have to prepare these subjects.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. So regarding the physiology, so whatever given in the essential revision guide is more than enough, ma'am. So they mainly concentrate regarding the physiology of the pregnancy and female and the male reproductive system. And most of the time, the questions will be coming regarding the changes during pregnancy and in the female reproductive system, especially menstrual cycle. So during our session, we make as much as possible the table columns so that they can like memorize what are the serious changes during pregnancy, what are the respiratory changes during pregnancy, what happens to the clotting factors, so that it is easy for them to remember. And regarding the menstrual cycle also, so we used to put nice pictures which shows the changes in the what changes happens in the first 14 days regarding the hormones, regarding the endometrial changes, everything in a single picture so that it is easy for them to remember. So regarding the physiology, the high yielding topics are physiology of pregnancy, the changes which happens during pregnancy and menstrual cycle. So these are the very important topics in the physiology.
Yeah, and these topics are very important. They won't even leave you in MRCT Part 2 if you have a good grip now. If you get the hang of these topics, believe me, your many green top guidelines would be easy. Your PMS, your HMB, irregular cycles, premature ovarian failure, menopause, all would be easy if you understand the concept of the menstrual cycle. So make your basis strong, because it's going to be a step ladder pattern for MRCT Part 2 and MRCT Part 3 as well. What about endo, Kalai?
Yes, ma'am. Endocrinology, most of the students, they feel like it is a difficult topic, and then it has a lot of weightage also in the exam, endocrinology. So we have to be very thorough in the endocrinology topic. And most of the high yielding topic in the endocrinology is most of the time they ask about the adrenal gland, like Cushing's, Cons, Addison's. So how will you diagnose? Which hormone is excess? What are the clinical features? So during our session, we used to make a table column, and I used to provide the picture also so that they will be able to remember. So what is Cushing's, what are the hormone changes happens, what are the clinical features, how we can diagnose that. So for each and every disease, so we will be making a table column along with the pictures, so that the students will be able to retain it easily. So the high yielding topic in the endocrinology is, the first and foremost is adrenal gland. We have to be very clear in adrenal gland diseases, and next comes the thyroid gland, ma'am. These are the very high yielding topic in the endocrinology.
Genetics.
Yeah, the most of the students, they feel like genetics and then biophysics is a very boring and then tough topic. And so after explaining many times also, they feel it's little bit difficult. So for the previous two batches, I conducted extra classes regarding the
Yeah.
genetics.
I
Uh,
remember pedigree solving in the Telegram, right? Giving
yes, ma'am.
questions and
Yeah.
solving pedigree. Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to make some thumb rules to solve the pedigree analysis, like how we can analyze a pedigree to diagnose whether it is an autosomal dominant, recessive, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive. So if they are remembering those thumb rules, it will be very easy for them. It is like understanding the concepts, and then you go and apply your concepts. Then you will be able to get the answer easily. So in
Yeah.
the genetics, the most of the questions, like one or two questions, will be from the pedigree. They will give you the chart, and then they will ask you what kind of inheritance is this. And apart from that, they will ask you like the mother is a carrier, the father is having disease. So they will mention you one disease. For example, cystic fibrosis. The mother is carrier, the father is having the disease. Then what is the chance of the offspring having disease? Offspring being a carrier, like that. So this also we will explain you during the session how to how to identify this percentage. So everything will be clear when you finish your
Class.
sessions. Yeah, apart from that, sometimes there will be a questions from DNA, RNA structure. So
Mm.
these are the high yielding topics in genetics. Biophysics, again, biophysics is really a dry topic. During my last session, I made a lot of pictures so that it will be easy for them to understand, because we use in our daily life like monopolar, bipolar, but we don't understand how it works. So
Correct.
the main aim during the biophysics lecture is to understand how it works, and what is electrosurgery, what is electrocautery. So most of the biophysics, genetics and biophysics are small topics, but you will be getting around 5 to 6 questions in this. So you can read less, and then if you're having a good grip, and then you can definitely solve those 6 7 questions easily. So that is the beauty of genetics and biophysics. You read less, and then you get the full marks if you understand the concept very well. So in the
Yeah.
biophysics, they mainly target about the electrosurgery and then electrocautery. And
And that
apart from
too,
that,
LA, I would
yeah,
like to add in, my dear, that electrocautery from part one, they are putting an emphasis upon. And there are
yeah,
two single best answers consecutive in September 21, then it's January 22, then July 22, MRCOG part two. They're giving 1 to 2 single best answers from monopolar, bipolar, electrosurgery. And then in MRCOG part 3, they're giving a structured discussion on electrosurgery as
yes,
well. So how
yes,
important
ma'am.
it is, this gives us an idea that what college actually wants, and these are certain things which we can't take easy. So I tell you guys that from day one, if from MRCOG part 1, if you're going to have good grip on this topic, you people won't feel difficulty in part 2 and part 3 as well, because these topics would not leave you further as well in your next parts. So that actually shows that how important they are to learn today, so that tomorrow we are going to be easy on this, right?
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you said, that, yeah, that is 100% true.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Kalei. Students
Thank
are
you,
looking
ma'am.
forward for all the sessions and proud of you to be part of team. People love and they wait for the sessions, and hats off to all the efforts you are making for them. And you can see that how Shankari was saying that I was waiting that I get passed and then I inform Ma'am Kalei. So that is
Yeah.
basically the feeling. I think we cannot express that happiness in the end and that pleasure that cannot be expressed when students basically after passing they owe a lot to you. So very well done and keep it up, my dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, friends. So this was the basic part, the main part, which you have to do the preparation for. The clinical management and data interpretation I'm going to take because that's all about your clinical skills. We are going to discuss about certain laboratory values which are important in terms of gestational diabetes mellitus. We are going to take the question single best answer regarding the pH interpretation. The cardiotocography students are always very scared of. So how to interpret CTG, because certain pictorial questions come from CTG. I'm going to make you master in urodynamic analysis, my stepwise way of doing the urodynamic analysis in terms of diffuser overactivity, in terms of stress urinary incontinence, and how to pick up a normal urodynamic with 4 to 5 liner single best answer. We are going to work on those practical skills and we are going to interpret data together. So the clinical management part would be my responsibility, and I'll talk to you guys how to make these skills better. The challenge I face here is generally my MRCOG Part 2 students, they've completed their local part in this training part in the obstetrics and gynecology. And MRCOG Part 3 students, of course, they are more skilled in the applied clinical knowledge because they've taken MRCOG Part 2. In MRCOG Part 1, I generally, at times, I get students who are basically just completed their medical school and their foundation years, that's it. So if you have completed your basics only and know much of the exposure to the obstetrics and gynecology training, then this part becomes little difficult, but it's doable if you follow the guidelines, if you follow the recommendations. I'm going to coach you that how subfertility assessment, what if the FSH and LH is higher? What if the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone, that's lower? What if it's normal? So different type of disorders, as per the single best answers, how they come in exam, what are their expectations from the data interpretation from MRCOG Part 1 level? This is what I'm going to take this session for, right? Students are really scared of statistics. As Smriti was saying in the feedback in the beginning, that statistics for my MRCOG Part 1 students is easy. Reason being that you don't need to learn all the stats. I know it's difficult, but you need to understand that these are the points which you should not miss, because these are the expectations from the college that we should know from MRCOG Part 1. For this preparation, what is the scope of statistics? This is what you should learn. We've got big, huge books for statistics, but you should be knowing that part of the stats which is required for MRCOG Part 1. And Dr. Junaitha is going to elaborate further on that because students love her for that. Yes, Junaitha, how do you make statistics easy, please? Students, they're always so confused in this. And what do they actually require? Because this is the first thing students, they ask that in statistics, ma'am, how many questions are going to be in exam? What amount of effort we need to put in stats? What do you say about that?
Hello, ma'am. I am back again for statistics. Okay. As far as this Part 1 exam is concerned, statistics is very important, ma'am, because the percentage of questions is high and the weightage of the marks also high for statistics questions. If we take two students, they attended 80 questions correct. One is very good in statistics. The another is very good in other subjects. So their marks won't be equal. Those getting correct with the statistics will get high score. Because the mark score is not equal for all the questions. It is by the Ebel's method. So percentage of scoring method will be by Ebel's method. For Part 1. So that's why I always stress that statistics is very, very important. We can learn it. because I am not a statistician, Gokul is not statistician, Kala is not statistician, but we all three love statistics. We are all, we all three are experts, and Gokul is awesome as well.
Yeah.
And, so there is no need to go into detail what
Yeah.
we needed for the exam.
Yeah.
If we know that, that is enough, ma'am.
Mm.
So for that, we train the students only to get passed in the exam, not to become a statistician. We
Correct.
go in that way. We teach what are the required part for the exam to clear the exam.
Mm.
As far as this concern, we concentrate on screening tests. These are very, very important. Then measures of central tendency, dispersion, then the statistical analysis like forest plot, then study designs, test of significance. And one more good thing in our team is like we have created a statistics Telegram group. In that we put all the part 1 students and part 2 students as well. And daily we try to give 2 to 3 questions. And
so statistics basically go side by side, in learning, because it takes time. They can't do it in like 10-15 days.
Absolutely. Because other subjects we are oriented. From the first day of our BBS degree, we know the subjects, but statistics somehow different. So we have to work out daily. On that basis only this group is made, and questions are posted, and answers are also
perfect. So I would just like to give a reminder, and Anjana, my dear, Archana, Asta, Bushra, Devika, Suman, I hope you all are in the statistics group, because that group would go from today side by side. Because if you do practice like 5 questions a day, it's going to be easy for you guys to absorb them and ask your queries, rather than giving 15 days to statistics and being nervous in the end. So I'm talking to all the core students out here. I'm sure that you people are there. If somebody is still not there, please ensure that you people join. Okay, Bushra, please, the link would be in the study group, and ensure that you all are in the RFA stats group. Okay, right? Please don't miss out, because again, that's going side by side. You can search in the questions. All the exam questions are there. All the important topics, mnemonics, and the tables are there. So please don't miss out, right? So don't worry about the statistics, because session would be sufficient. Once you start doing side by side, so it would make your memory better. The questions you people would be asking, so throughout the course time period, that would be settled sidewise for you guys. All right, Heba, that's perfect. Anjana, thank you very much, my dear. Thank you. Now coming to the books. Practicing books is the vital part in preparation. I always say that, I always emphasize upon that, and I always say that reading itself alone can never make us successful. It has to be side by side, parallel to each other. So you've got single best answers. Our website is full of the mocks in terms of module-wise, in terms of exam-tested questions, in terms of those must-having questions. So if you practice module-wise, side-wise, even the picture gallery is there. So we would tell you that now you've done this session, please follow this folder in the website and please solve these questions and tell us about the scores. Where are you lacking? What questions are still confusion questions? So we go back to them and we analyze. Self-analysis in this MRCOG is very important. May that be part 1, may that be part 2, or even if it's part 3. You keep on doing self-evaluation, you are getting better every day. You're working on your weaknesses. So revision guide, that stays the book, center book of the reference and reading. And that's the only book in terms of theory you have to do. Only few things which are older in recommendations like that of pharmacology, like certain things for which we don't have the reference, we would definitely tell you that you need to do from notes from the website. Rest, these books are sufficient in this single book. If you cram up with the sessions, that is going to be sufficient for all of you. All the single best answers, all the books are available out there. You can have that in your study group and you can take the printout, or you can take it on the screen as well, because ultimately your exam is going to be on the screen. So if you do like 50 questions per day on the screen that makes your stamina building, that makes your focus, that makes your idea that how I'm going to pick up the buzzwords and catch the words and how I have to make my speed on the screen. Because I do feel that students who are in habit of reading the hard copies in terms of keeping them in their hands, they do face difficulty on screen. So we have to be prepared for the last day. We have to be prepared for the exam day. In that situation, I would suggest no matter you're highlighting on your book, no matter you're reading notes, no matter you're practicing single best answers on the book, that's fine. But at least do around 50 single best answers on the screen as well. Because today you'll start training yourself, and on the exam day, you'll feel another day of rehearsal, another day of revision. You will not feel odd one out because you had been practicing that. If you would only do books on the exam day, you might face difficulty. Students, they say, ma'am, we could not focus on the screen. We started having watery eyes. We could not focus on those points where we could catch the buzzwords, and the concentration and focus was lacking as well. So this is my day one suggestion to you guys, that please take out 50 questions and do that on screen. Okay, all the books are available in the preparation group in the Telegram, and you people can download that, please, and you people can utilize. And if you want to study online, or if you want to study as per printouts, you can definitely do as per your comfort, as per your ease. All right, Almas, it's absolutely there. You can tag Safa, she would definitely guide you further. Okay. Now, why students, they face problems in studies? The reason for that is, in this situation, everyone is busy. Nobody is having an ample time in terms of only studying for MRCOG. I received a call yesterday that I've got my own hospital, ma'am, and I'm running this hospital. I do have trainees, I do have working hands, but it has to be my supervision. Would I be able to make for part one? So my question was that, how much time can you spare for studies? The answer I received was that 3 hours. I said, absolutely okay. You stay consistent with these 3 hours, I give you my words that MRCT part 1 is doable with this. Yes, for part 2, I might ask you for certain more hours when you reach to that, but for today, it's absolutely okay. So the problems which we face is, number one, mindset issues. What is that? We are shaky in taking a start. The first question which comes in mind is, would I be able to do that? Yes or no? And the second problem is that you're not understanding what the exam is all about. And you're having a scattered preparation, picking up one subject from anatomy, then again another one for the pharma, then again from the biochem, and in the end retaining nothing. This is the biggest problem without guidance which students they face, that they have a non-focused preparation. They're reading, but they're not learning, right? And if they're learning, they're not retaining. So the point here is that whatever we are doing, do it in a smart way. And in the end, the aim is to pass the exam, not just to highlight the pages. I mean, whatever you're highlighting should be part of your memory, right? This is what I stress upon, that from day one, do everything in a way that you are actually able to retain that, you're able to revise that. And students are not able to take the examination stress. They get nervous, they get panicky when the exam is near. And here comes the second set for which we are going to need to you guys to stay motivated and have faith in yourself. The problem which they have is that they don't know the examination strategy. They don't know how to attempt in paper. And as I told you, attempting paper, attempting an exam, it's an art. And we need to learn that. Having your preparation 90%, still, if you don't know how to attempt the exam paper, you can fail. And having your preparation around 60–70%, and you're good and skillful in your paper solving, believe me, you have all the chances to pass this exam. So these are the problems which we need to today identify. Just today, we are going to identify these problems. Why? Because we find solution to them. What is the solution? Number one, please follow the schedule. I am strict in that today, if you are having some commitment, I do not expect that today's topic would be done tomorrow. This is what I have done for myself. This is what I'm telling you guys. Why? Because if you know that On 2nd of August, I have a commitment. I want that on 30th, 31st, or 1st, you solve that. You basically cover that topic. I don't want any student to postpone the topic. Yes, you can prepone the topic. So it's not stressful on that day. There would be days when you will have some commitments like birthday parties, wedding ceremonies, hospital busy schedule, people in the hospital are on leave and you need to cover it up. This would keep on going on. Nobody would say that, please, you are doing MRCOG Part 1, please. These are your leaves. Sit at home and just study for MRCOG Part 1. This would never happen. Let's be realistic today. So how we have to cope up with this? We have to cope up with this by having a good priority. We should know that what is the priority at the moment. I need good amount of 2 to 3 hours for study today onwards. Right, today onwards. And just in the last 1.5 months, you're going to increase it to 4 to 5 hours. That's it. That's it. Your MRCOG Part 1 would be so easy, so smooth, and you would start enjoying it, right? Don't make this study a burden upon yourself. Remember, the sacrifice you're doing today, the willpower you will show today, that's for yourself. Nobody is going to encourage you. In fact, you will have hundreds of minds to discourage you out there. So you have to come out stronger. You have to come out with all the strength and composure that, yes, I can do it because I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my family, right? So today you have to stay motivated. Hiba, are you there? Anjana, Bushra, everybody, Almaz, Hassan, everybody out there? Suman, I'm talking to you, my dear, because I know that you all have very, very busy schedule. But out of this busy schedule, we have to make it possibility. And tomorrow, when you'll be successful, you would understand that how important these 2-3 hours were. We are doing this sacrifice today for our tomorrow. Maria, my girl, very well done. This is the strength I need. I want you all to find the solutions and be hands in hands like a family. And this study group should not be like one individual person studying. I don't want one person to pass. It has to be a family passing all together. You should work hard together. Ala is posting the questions day and night from RFA. She's working hard to give you the references. You people are also being sacrificing your time to get to the schedule and doing the discussion daily. Nothing would be left. But what you need to do is you need to solve the questions and you need to do practice to make yourself better. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Ashta. That's my girl, Sonia. Very well done. That's perfect, Hiba, my dear. That's my girl, Sumit. I'm talking to you. I know that many of you have got many difficult situations in terms of hospital routine. So it's absolutely okay. People have been doing just like this. You have to make your one-liners, as Gokul, as Kalei, as Junaita is saying, sessions should be your priority. You complete the sessions word to word, learning them. And you revise them multiple times. You can read them. You can revise them on the website multiple times. So it's all right. You will make your confusion question copy today. You will make your notebook for the percentages today. Let's take a focused start. We all have work out there. We all have commitments out there. But you have to remember that today, if we stay focused, it would be without any stress, a smooth journey together. People had been doing. Shankari is in front of you guys with 90% and above, right? If people can score this much of percentage with this coaching, you people can do that as well, right? Okay, Radhika, my girl. Yes, Shweta. That's like my students. That's like my family. This is my expectation. I had passed all the parts in one go. And I always tell students that I'm not a superhuman being. It's only because you need to know the art of being focused and smart study goals you should be having. This is what you're going to work on today, and tomorrow it would be very, very easy for you guys. All right. So what do we have in the course, please? We've got 13 live sessions covering all the subjects, and statistics session is going to be part of it, please. The question pools are sufficient. They are too much. They contain all the question which you require subject wise. And after each subject, I expect that you people do that in the course. I know that you people want mock as well. So all the mock access after every subject would be with you. All the records would be with you. 4 to 5 hours the website team takes. And after 4 to 5 hours, all the sessions, they are uploaded after the live session is over. It is uploaded on the website, right? And it is going to be, you can listen to it as many times as you want till your exam date in January. It's going to be there, right? You will have 24/7 active study groups, right? And the revision of the essential intensive hour discussion would be by moderator. Please do attend that because that's going to enhance your memory. That's going to make it better in terms of your revision. Also, the session recordings, as I've told earlier, everything would be there, not required HIPAA, everything is going to be there. So you don't need anything regarding that, okay? So everything is going to be there in the study group. You just need to follow the schedule and you'll get all the questions, whatever you require, okay? So with this all, I would like to tell you that students had been doing wonders. Students from the last batches, they had so much of confidence. They were so clear about, yes, we are passing the exam when they took the first step, and nobody from those batches was like sitting at home. Everybody was working. Everybody was there who was actually having commitments, but they just made it possible, right? Now it's your turn to make it a possibility, please. From day one, you people are going to work hard. People had been actually focusing upon the studies. They enjoyed the study group so much. They had so much of motivation together, hands in hands, working with each other. You all have got the January 23 live session schedule. If you miss out any live session, it's absolutely okay. You people will get the record and you can revise that and you can ask the questions in the study group later on as well. But definitely, if you can make it to the live session, nothing like it, because it's a very good brainstorming, lots of discussions and lots of queries. They get clear when you are in the live session. So try to make it to the live session. We are going to start with Google Priya, with anatomy, and you all have the schedule. Please arrange your commitments and plan up that you can join in for the live sessions. That definitely is going to be helpful for you guys, right? So for guidance of the course, students wanted introduction. There are certain groups you people have to join, and you people have to be clear about what material from where you have to download. Junaita, please guide them for this. If any questions are there regarding the course, students, please. All those who are in the study group, the premium study group, January 2023, MRCOG-1, please. If any questions are there, Suman, you also messaged in the morning, my dear. I was in MRCPI session at that time. So if any questions are there, one by one, you can unmute.
Yeah,
all right.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I will tell.
Yeah, take the question. Suman is asking for the timing of the live sessions, Junaita.
Yeah, timing of the live session by 8 p.m. Indian time, ma'am. 8
1 p.m. It's going to be 1 p.m. GMT.
1 p.m. GMT. 1 p.m.
Okay.
GMT. Yeah.
Suman, it's going to be announced in the study group as well. Okay, right? Okay, yes.
2:30
Yes,
p.m. GMT, ma'am. It is 2:30 p.m. GMT. 8 p.m.
You
Indian
people have, okay. Whatever is going to be the final decision from the mentors, please post that in the group. Okay, right?
Yeah, in our group,
Junaita, keep your mic closer, my dear. Keep your mic closer.
Yeah, in our group, there are some links, statistics, then the materials link, ma'am. So all the students requested to join this group because all the materials available as PDF. If you are a type of reading with the hard copy, you can take the printout and you can read. Most of the recalls and all, it is posted there. You can take the printout, and the essential revision guidebook is a reference. All the mentors, we three use the essential revision guide as the reference, so you can go through that book as well.
Okay, perfect. So daily discussion timings, Maria Joshna, my girl, it's going to be announced after the moderator is, we are going to have a meeting with the moderator, right? Moreover, I would like you all to give your suggestions as well. So we are going to just go. I think you people prefer the night timings generally because you are free. So we are going to keep that, right, Maria? That will be announced in the group, right?
Yeah, one more thing about our website. we made the important notes for all the subjects, and particularly this anatomy and embryo. All students like that because no one will read from outside, only these notes they will read. So you can go through this, open the website, log into this and read that important notes. Then we have images folder. For part 1 exam, these images are very important. They will ask images questions nearly 5 to 10. So images folder also always go through that. Often if you go through, that will stuck in your mind. It will retain in your brain.
Yeah, that's perfect. And they are saying that how you have to log in. So you all have to log in as the way you have subscribed for the course. The same way you're going to put your user's name, your email, and you're going to log into the course. And I'm just going to put the website address again or in your study group so that you can log into your own portal, and all the access of the website, all the mocks and all the picture gallery, everything, the notes are also there for you guys. Okay, everything you can just see. If still you people don't understand, you can tag the website team and they're going to guide. Just now after the session in your study group, I'm going to put the link for...
We started there. From today only we have started, so you didn't miss anything.
All right, yes. So, yeah.
Certain topics which is already over, nothing over. Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. Dr. Asta wants to join the course. Please, I would request the backend team or Safa to please put the course link in the chat box so that they can register. She wants to register, right? Thank you very much. Maria Joshna, how does the MCQ work? We don't have any MCQ here in the MRCOG-1. We've got single best answers, and we would definitely work on the single best answers. Yes, Maria, for the single best answers, the answer is given right there. You can choose whatever mode you want, right? Okay. MCQs are absolutely different. We used to have that in the European board. In MRCOG, they never give MCQ. They only give single best answers or extended match questions. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Ram, whatever course you would like to join, you can drop in a message on my WhatsApp. This first WhatsApp, Ram and Asta. Asta, my dear, and Ram. You can, Idam, my dear, please drop in a message on this WhatsApp where you can see here. I will put the laser pointer just now. I'll give you the link, 7385900848. All right. Somya, my dear, you can drop in a WhatsApp here on this first number. I would provide you with the link now. You people can just join in and I'll add you in the study group. All right. Somya, my dear, live session. June, there's a distortion from your side. Yes, stay closer to the mic, please. Yeah, there is some air blow. Okay. All right. I can understand that you've got a busy hearing. All right. All right. Okay. So thank you very much, Asta. Just drop in a message here. I'm just going to get connected to you guys. This first WhatsApp number, please drop in a message. I would definitely get connected to you guys just now in 5 minutes time. All right. Somya, my dear, the live session, generally I instruct the team, and for myself, I keep this rule as well, not to go beyond 3 hours, because then, you know, the saturation is more and students, the absorption capability is less as per human nature. But at times the question and answers are more, so it is stretched to 4 hours, but we generally keep 3 to 4 hours as the cutoff, my dear. But it depends, Somya, at times in the students' queries as well, right? So the discussion time in the end after the session is over, that stays longer as well. So that's the thing. Okay, Somya, got it? Yeah, but we would generally make an outline of like 3 to 4 hours. Very welcome, Somya Rai. Okay, so anything regarding the course, please? People who are in the premium study group who have the website access, please go through in detail. And if you have any query, take the picture, ask in the study group today and tomorrow. You've got only 2 days to understand the things, because after that, I do not want that any student is having some sort of a confusion or has something in the backlog. So you've got only today and tomorrow to understand the things, only 2 days, because then I want everybody to be on track. After that, nobody is going to say that, ma'am, still I don't know where is the mock, still I don't know where is the picture gallery, still I don't know that how to log in. Today, only, and all those who are not in the live session who are listening to the record, I'm talking to you guys as well. Please, you've got only 2 days from my side to learn the gist of the paper pattern, to learn the gist of where the components and the contents of the course are, so that in 2 days time, you're exactly on the track and you don't miss out anything. All right. Okay. So you people don't have to forget that. And you have people have to give me feedback in the study group. I would like to have thumbs up from all those in the study group who would be knowing about the paper pattern, who have logged into the website and know about all the folders, who know about the schedule and who know the details. If any query is there today and tomorrow, you have to ask all the questions so that we start studying then, all right? We start doing practice then. If anything is not clear, drop in a message. We'll be sending the voice notes. All of us would be available out there, but I want that there's no delay. I don't want that after 10, 15 days, we come to a, query that, ma'am, I didn't know that I had to go to the anatomy folder. I had to learn these tables and charts and these pictures. This should not happen. We want that from today, we all are clear, we all are on one page, so that whatever we are teaching, you people are getting that, the gist of that. Okay, so this is the link, please. This is the website link for login. RFA Tutors team has just put it there, and Safa has also put for the course link here. All of you, please, you can join the course on this link. And this is what is MRCOG-1 regular January 2023 course. You all can join. And when you log into the website, after, if you're a newcomer to the website, you have to sign up. And if you're an old student or if you've got an old account on the website, you can do the login. So with this, on request of these mentors, we can understand the fee of the MRCOG Part 2 goes like 550 USD. Part 3 goes as 765 USD. Why? Because they are expensive exams, and the things are definitely, you are reaching up to a level as well. MRCOG-1, after huge discussion with the team, with mentors, it is such a minimal fee for you guys. Reason being that I know that students who are coming up for MRCOG-1, they're not having their, consultant jobs. They're not fixed with their different type of activities in terms of income. So we do understand that you are at the very start of your journey. So we definitely would like to facilitate from the entire team of RFA tutors. You can use the coupon FIFTY-RFA and 199. When you put the coupon, you say got a coupon, you go to got a coupon, and you put this coupon FIFTY-RFA, 50 RFA, it would reduce at the top here 99.5 from 199, so 50% off. But this is for a limited time period, because I can understand that you people do require, and many queries are coming for MRCOG Part 1, but we are going to give it for like 24 hours, and then it's going to be again 199. Even 199 is less than what generally is asked for MRCOG Part 1. But we do understand your position as well, and we do understand that how much finances are difficult when you are starting up the career and when you are taking a decision to start one study pattern. So any questions, any queries? What I would like to say is that your aim today, your motivation, your enthusiasm, your zeal to achieve the success, it makes you, work hard. So it's nothing but our sacrifice today, which makes our tomorrow bright. So let's make our SMART goals today. Let's develop a plan today. Let's identify the potential obstacles today, and let's take an action today only. Let's get started. It should not be tomorrow. It should not be tomorrow. It should be today. Reason being that tomorrow never comes. And it's always that we start planning. I know students who are planning for MRCOG Part 1 maybe for a year, and still they're not making up their mind. So start today. I need your like 2 to 3 hours. That's it. You can do all the activities in the day, but 2 to 3 hours, if you give me today, tomorrow you will message that, ma'am, I've done my MRCOG today. Tomorrow you're going to message that, ma'am, this was the biggest dream, and I've achieved it by taking baby steps. And today I can write MRCOG with my name. All right. Recording of all the classes would be available. If you miss any class, Nadia, my dear, in 4 to 6 hours, it gets uploaded on the website, and you can listen to it as many times as you want. And till your January 2023 exam date, all the records are going to be with you. Nadia, am I clear? Claire, very welcome. All right, so all those who want the course link, I hope you've got that. Otherwise, I'm getting notification on the WhatsApp as well. I'm going to get connected to you guys on the WhatsApp just in a bit. Any questions, any queries, team is right here, and we are open to the questions now. Anything, if still missed, we had been taking sidewise questions, but if still anything is, thank you very much, Nazia, my girl. Love you so much. Very welcome from the entire team of RFA tutors. Thank you from Kalei side, thank you from Gokul side, and thank you from June side as well. Any other question, please? Thank you very much, Hiba. My pleasure, sweetheart. Thank you. You people promise me to work hard. We promise you your success. You give us your time. We promise you our availability. So it's going to be a two-way relationship, right? You will find me pretty strict in certain things, but that's what my students, they always say. In the end, when we are successful, this sacrifice is going to be cherished like happy moments, right? Anjana Claire? Archana Patel Claire. That's perfect. Very well done. Thank you very much, Madina, my dear. Lovely name. Thank you. Homepage is showing only anatomy notes and nothing else. All right, Bushra, take a screenshot and send it on my WhatsApp. All right. Okay. Do we have to start from anatomy notes in the RFL link or from other books? Somia Rai, write the same message in the premium study group. Safa would just be answering you now there. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Let's make a strong base for MRCOG Part 1 so that tomorrow MRCOG Part 2 and MRCOG Part 3 later is super easy for us. Thank you very much, Mohammed Bashir Ali. So happy to see your name. Thank you very much, Suman, my girl. Absolutely. Suman, you're going to learn all the sessions. Along with that, only one reference book. Which reference book? That guide, Part 1 guide. That's it. Okay, Suman, that one reference book you're going to open with the sessions. That's it, right? But sessions should be word to word learned, because whatever is in the session is like the things which are asked again and again. So session, you have to learn by heart. Suman Claire, very welcome, my dearest. Thank you. So you're also a huge responsibility. Yeah, I know. Especially I received message from Yamini for you to take care of you. So I know that students, they come by word of mouth. They tell, ma'am, I'm a Malaysian student. In my hospital, you've got 7 students in MRCG Part 2 and MRCG Part 3. Then I get another message that, ma'am, my old hospital is basically your student. So it's basically the word of mouth you people are coming up with that puts us under stress to give you guys best. And remember us in prayers that we keep on giving all these informations and teachings in the best of our capacity, in humble capacity. We coach you for this and you get successful in future. Thank you very much. Best wishes. Google is right there ready to take the first step for you guys for coaching for MRCOG Part 1 for the anatomy session. You people are going to enjoy a lot. Thank you very much, Gokul. Last message to the students. They would like to hear from your side.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely hard work, nothing else. There is no shortcut to success, only hard work pays off at the end. So be ready to work hard, friends. And more than working hard, we need to work smarter to get our dreams come true. That's it, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Kalai, what would you like to say? Some last words to your students before they meet you in the session?
Yes, ma'am. So it will be easy for them. So we will be helping them to achieve their dreams, and then that's it, ma'am.
Lovely. Junaitha, what about they should be ready to have this roller coaster of stats and pharma and biochem, yeah?
It is a doable exam even with the 7 days of preparation. When RFA students doing it for 6 months, it must. They will pass, ma'am.
Yes. All right. So with all these prayers, with all these love, best of luck from the entire team of RFA Theaters. Love you all. Take very good care of yourself with all this enthusiasm, motivation, love, and hands in hands, working as a family. We would be there with you guys, and we want hard work from your side. Thank you very much. See you guys in the study group. Waiting for all those who want to join. Definitely, yes. We are there to guide you guys. Take very good care of yourself. Remember in prayers, and we are going to start with the same motivation as earlier batches they have done, and you people would be example for your juniors. Bye-bye from our side. Take very good care. Thank you so much. Recording would be uploaded. People are asking about that. It would all be uploaded and you can listen to it again. Thank you. Bye-bye from the entire team of RFA Tutors. See you guys in the study group. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.